Importance of physics in Indian knowledge of heritage. As much as research is going on, the date is going back and back. From the different sources, it is known to us that the science in ancient India was developed step by step before the age, during the age, and after the age of Vedic period. Here we discuss some of the inventions of physics in ancient India. The data of secondary sources are collected from ancient books, epics, articles, websites, web-based journal published at different times. We discuss some genesis of today's physics in ancient India, which is not known to most of the people in the world. Physics as a part of natural science was developed initially in ancient India. Here we have tried to highlight some contribution of ancient India to the field of physics. At first, about universe, Lord Krishna showed solar system Vishwarupa while bestowing Srimad Bhagavad Gita to Arjun, and also said about the existence of the universe where there are countless galaxies. Each galaxy consists of uncountable stars. Sun is one such star. There are 9 planets revolving around the sun. The earth is one of 9 planets. The composition of universe has been described in our Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna gave Divya Drishti, super eyes, and power to Arjun because he, with his limited capabilities of the material body, could not see or hear or feel Lord Krishna's teaching. It is one kind of subatomic particles trajectory. This is because they are trying to observe something that is of the same scale as the photons they are using to observe it. Many mysterious functions of the universe and the planets in the solar system were explained in our Srimad Bhagavad Gita before 5000 years. Again, many inexplicable things in the universe are explained in Veda also. The Indians were worshipping the 9 planets of our solar system when the rest of the world did not know about the planet. Ancient India discovered shape of the earth. The earth revolves around the sun while the others were busy claiming that earth is flat. But now the people who laughed at Indians are agreeing that India was the hub of knowledge. Rishi Bhaskaracharya calculated the time taken by the earth to orbit the sun hundred of years before the astronomer Smart. Time taken by the earth to orbit the sun is 365.2587 days. In his book Siddhant Shiromani, he wrote on planetary positions, eclipse, cosmography, mathematical techniques, and astronomical equipment. Santhan operates with the division of time of a day into 60 kalas, each kala equal to 24 minutes. Total minute of a day is equal to 24 into 60 is equal to 1440. The smallest unit of time is equal to 3 into 10 to power minus 8 second is surprisingly close to the lifespan of certain mesons and hyperons. In the 14th century, as per the Rig Veda, the speed of light has been calculated as 3 lakh km per second, and the age of the universe is 8.64 billion years. Both figures are fairly equal to the modern day measurement. An exhibition was held to spread awareness of India's rich scientific heritage. The exhibition coordinated Ashish Manjramkar stated, "Very few of us know that speed of light was known to Indians in Vedic period. A shloka says that speed of light is 2202 yojan per half nimish. Yojan is a unit of distance which equals to 9.06 miles, and half a nimish is 1/10 of a second. The figure is very close to the modern measurement of the speed of light. John Dalton is often said to the inventor of the atomic theory, but this is not true. The concept of the atom and atomic theory appeared 2600 years ago by Rishi Kanad. He was the first man in history to describe Anu and Parmanu. He explained that every object of creation is made of atoms, which in turn connect with each other to form Anu. Rishi Kanath Vaisheshik Sutras were used by modern physicists as a basic foundation to initiate their so-called experiment in atoms. Even today's comparison of Vaisheshik Sutra with modern theory show that Vaisheshik Sutras were far more advanced and covered the explanation in simplistic ways, considering constituent of every element. John Oppenheimer, the father of atom bomb, has invented it after the study of the Hindu epic Vedas, Puran and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The destruction through the application of Brahmastra and other different weapons in the war of Kurukshetra and Lanka were studied by him. His mission under a team of scientists was named Trinith from 1939 to 1945 under his leadership. The first atom bomb was tested on July 16, 1945. Now John Dalton is the father of today's application of atom bomb. Rishi Kanad wrote the laws of the atom bomb in the Vedas. The famous historian J.N. Colebrook wrote in his book that Rishi Kanad had more knowledge in comparison to the European scientist. Vedas explained quantum physics in Vaisheshik atomic theory. It dealt with nuance of atomic particles in details. The famous Dentist physicist and Nobel Prize winner Niels Bohr was a follower of the Vedas. He said, I go into the Upanishad to ask questions. Both Bohr and Schrödinger, the founder of quantum physics, were enthusiastic readers of the Vedic text and tried to validate their experiment in quantum physics consistently with what they have read in the Vedas. They always aligned their experiment with the teaching of the Vedas. Niels Bohr explained in 1900 why atom emit and absorbs electromagnetic radiation only at certain frequencies. Thomas Edison is called the father of electricity. He has admitted that study of book Agast Sanghita written by Agast Rishi was full of knowledge about the electricity. Agast Sanghita was an ancient book written by Rishi Agast around 7000 years ago. Agast explained the methodology involved in the construction of electric battery. He also described that water could be split into oxygen and hydrogen. We all are familiar with Newton's law of motion, that Sir Isaac Newton, the physicist who formulated the laws of motion first in 1687. But before Newton, the laws were discovered by Indian scientist Rishi Kanad, who had given Vaisheshik Sutras in 600 BC, which described the relationship between the force and motion. The world believes that Newton was the first to discover the gravitational concept. You will be surprised to know that theory of gravitation was created 1200 years before the Newton by the Indian mathematician Bhaskaracharya. He explained that gravity is a universal force that allows the mass of a body to attract other masses of the bodies. The bigger a mass of a body, the higher will be the force of gravity. Objects stay on earth because of the gravitational pull. Every single body in the universe is affected by gravitational force, which also include the earth, sun and moon. Tidal waves are created by the gravitational pull of the moon. Sun's gravitational pull keeps all the planets in the orbit. Earth's gravity allows it to revolve around the sun. Bhaskaracharya, also one of the most prominent astronomers and mathematician of the 12th century, he also considered as the greatest mathematician from the medieval era. He is also he is known amongst the theorists of the discovery principle of the astronomy and calculus. He wrote Siddhant Shiromani at the age of 36 in 1150 AD. He also contributed to Surya Siddhant that was originally written by Aryabhat. The first principle of gravity was stated by Bhaskaracharya and not Newton. Bhaskaracharya stated the law of gravity in the book Surya Siddhant in 11th century. Thus the law actually existed even before the birth of Sir Isaac Newton. Bhaskaracharya wrote a book, Lilavati. He explained that Earth has gravitational force, Gurutvakarsan Shakti. There is a mutual attraction between the planets and this allows them to hold themselves firmly in space. He also mentioned the shape of Earth, that what we see is not the reality. The Earth may appear flat, but it is spherical in reality. He further explained this theory by stating, if you draw a very big circle and look at 1/4 of the circumference, you see it as a straight line, but in true sense it is a circle. Similarly, Earth is a spherical in shape. These historical mentions were proof that law of gravity was first discovered in India by Bhaskaracharya. His law predated the law of Newton. Everybody knows about the Newton's law of gravity, but we do not have any idea about the Bhaskaracharya's law of gravity. The achievement of the sages Maharshi Bharadwaj are described in the text called Puran. He was one of the 7 greatest sages or rishis. His wisdom is recognized up to the present day. In the distant past, in Mahabharata and Ramayana, aeronautic inventions were used, a domain which was highly advanced at that time. Maharshi Bharadwaj discovered and wrote about the way in which aeroplanes or spaceships appeared and disappeared, and the way in which they traveled from one planet to another planet. Vishwamitra was one of the most appreciated sages of India. Thousands of years ago, he invented missiles and taught his discipline the way missile work and function. The missile described by him were of many types. Some had fire, other had smoke, radiation, electric spark, or different weapons, etc. In addition, there were also missiles like the moon and sun. Again, the missile could not fail to target to hit. Some scientists acknowledge the Vedic contribution. Nikola Tesla has gained popularity through his exploration in the studies of frequency or power of sound, which was well known in the Vedas. Even common Indians knew that chanting mantras at specific frequencies can generate positivity in the atmosphere and lead to the emergency of energy. The secret of sound and its vibration are known to common Indians since the Vedic age. Vedas were full of such theories and explanation. How chanting mantras and then aiming arrows in that direction could create or destruct lightning or fire or any form of energy which got triggered with that particular sound resonated in that suitable frequency. It is like everything is locked in nature and universe by Lord Krishna himself, and we just have to know the password sound frequency to unlock it for everyone benefit. Remark of modern scientists. In support of the scientific development of ancient India, the following modern scientists philosophers have remarked the following. Carl Sagan said, the Hindu religion is only one of the world's greatest faith, dedicated to the idea that the cosmos itself undergoes an immense, indeed an infinite number of death and rebirth. Dr. George Joseph from the University of Manchester has revealed that several inventions and discoveries that were originally the work of Hindus were hijacked by foreigners at the course of time. Many mechanical devices and machines were invented in 19th century, leading to increased production with a result that population now began to centralize in the cities. Such sophisticated machines are well described in the Viman Shastra and the Vedic Sutra, which deal with the science of aerodynamics and machines within their slokas. Even today, if it is properly applied, this Vedic Sutra can create a most advanced technological instrument and mammoth machines ever known to mankind. Professor Max Muller. The gramophone was invented by Thomas Alva Edison in the United States in 19th century, based purely on sound vibration theory of the Vedas. For the first recording and to demonstrate the new machine, the Edison requested Professor Max Muller, an eminent scholar of Sanskrit in England, to speak in front of audience. In his speech, Max Muller openly confessed that Vedas were the gift of mankind by God Himself. Albert Einstein stated, "We owe a lot of ancient Indians who taught us how to count, without which no worthwhile scientific discoveries could have been made." We also said, whenever I found difficulties in experiment, I referred Vedas for insight. He added that when I read the Srimad Bhagavad Gita and reflect about how God created this universe, everything else appears superfluous. Herman Hesse said that marvel of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a true beautiful revelation of life's wisdom, which enables philosophy to blossom into religion. The French scholar Romain Ronald wrote, "If there is one place on the face of earth where all the dreams of living men have found a home from the very earliest days when man began the dream of existence, it is India." Professor Will Durant said, "India was the motherland of our race and Sanskrit was the mother of European languages. She was the mother of our philosophy." I would not like to hurt any person. If any gentle person want to verify the truth, she can do with the help of the following references. Now the references are displayed. I acknowledge the kind suggestion of Mr. M.K. Singh, Principal K.V. Kankarbaग, and Netra Singh, Principal Kendriya Vidyalaya, Barauni, to create this video lecture. Okay, thank you.